There is an incredibly important piece of legislation that is making its way through Congress right now that you need to know about so that you can step in and support it. Stick with me. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know and how you can get involved. HR 6914, or the Pregnant Students' Rights Act, is a piece of legislation that shouldn't be controversial, but it just recently passed the House of Representatives on party lines. This common sense bill was introduced by Rep. Ashley Hinson. So what is it about this bill that is so controversial that it only passed on party lines? Well, it's actually not very controversial. What this bill would afford is the requirement of universities to disseminate information to pregnant women on campus of their resources and their rights and their accommodations as a pregnant student on campus. So why is it important for colleges and universities to inform their pregnant students of their rights and resources and accommodations? Well, because 1/3 of abortions in the United States occur amongst college-aged women. And the sad reality is that many of these women, these students on campus, are not aware of their rights, accommodations, and resources that are available to them. The stories of women who found themselves pregnant as a student on a college campus and acquired an abortion and then immediately regretted that decision and have lived with lifelong consequences physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually because of that decision are many. You can go on Reddit, you can go on Students for Life, you can even go on TikTok and just put in abortion regret, and the stories are heartbreaking. Abortion is not a clean-cut decision that leaves the woman who receives the abortion with no aftermath or residual effects. So let's look at the data. Studies show that after an abortion, women are more than 34% likely to develop an anxiety disorder, nearly 40% more likely to develop depression, over 100% more likely to develop suicidal behavior, over 100% more likely to rely on alcohol use or abuse, and over 200% more likely to rely on marijuana and marijuana abuse. 60% of women who receive an abortion experience emotional distress following, with 30% being classified as severe distress. And the potential physical complications of an abortion are nothing to gloss over. It ranges from a period-like bleeding to hemorrhaging to damage to the cervix, damage to organs, failure to be able to carry a baby in the future, all the way up to death. This isn't something that's just a light walk in the park. So what this bill, this Pregnant Student Rights Act, aims to do is to inform young students on campus of her rights guaranteed by law, her options, her accommodations, her right to not be discriminated against under Title IX if she falls pregnant. This bill stands in the gap for college students who feel like an abortion is their only option and their only means forward. I am proud to once again partner with the American Council on this incredibly important piece of legislation, and I would encourage you to also jump in on this campaign and let your voice be heard. This is a great opportunity for you to stand in the gap for college girls who may not know that there are amazing resources and accommodations that are available to them by law so that they are empowered to make a decision that they will not regret later in life. So I would encourage you to jump on this campaign, to go follow the American Council. I love these guys. They are doing such good work in informing the public of important pieces of legislation that you can jump in and get involved in. And remember, most importantly, that providing young women on college campuses with all of the resources available to them by law so that they are empowered to make the absolute best decision for themselves and their future should be a bipartisan yes. So now it's your turn to stand in the gap for pregnant students on college campuses. Go jump in on this campaign. It will take you less than 2 minutes. You don't have any excuse. And then share this video, go follow the American Council. And lastly, if you are a pregnant student on college campus, I would encourage you to go check out standingwithyou.org to find all the resources and accommodations that are available to you by law right now that you can access. I want you to know that there is hope and there are options and fantastic alternatives. You don't need to make a decision in a vacuum. Go share this video, and before you do anything else, go jump in on this very important campaign.